Hello and welcome back to the stage here at the Spanish Pavilion in the Mobile World Congress 2023. We're continuing with our invited companies' presentations. The next company to present is Gattaca from stand number 11. The title of the presentation is Self-Sovereign Identity. And to talk us through it, we have Irene Hernandez, CEO of the company. Welcome, Irene.
Rio.
And whenever you're ready, the stage is yours.
Hello, everyone. My name is Irene Hernandez, and I'm the CEO and founder at Gattaca. Today, we're going to talk about self-sovereign identity. If you've never heard about this term before, I'm sure you will continue hearing about this more and more over the next year. Identity fraud is today a 2% GDP problem. More or less $2 trillion problem. It's a lot. But that's not tangible. We don't have the capacity to make it tangible. So let me put you an example. Imagine you wake up in the morning, you check your phone, and you see 10 orders from Amazon you never executed, totaling $1,000. I'm sorry, you've been hacked. And don't think that this will never happen to you. This happens every 14 seconds to someone. It's only a matter of time that this will happen to you. And that is really tangible. Today, what I want to talk about is the next generation of digital identity that will end up once and for all identity fraud. Let me talk a little bit more about us first to give you some context. We were born as an academic research at MIT 5 years ago, and we moved operations fully to Spain, Europe, about 4 years ago. Our mission is to give users control back over their private information. And in doing so, building a new identity layer for the internet. The current authentication architecture of the internet is 80% centralized. You know it very well. We create usernames and passwords over and over again. We hand over our private information to every single service provider we interact with. This is a centralized identity model. And the problem about these centralized identity models is that you have no control over your private information, and companies are spending millions of dollars in KYC compliance and in building up security in their backend systems. Why? Because they are piling up tons of personal information, very sensitive information, becoming honeypots for hackers. About 10 years ago, users had finally this superb user experience, single sign-on solutions, Google's, Facebook. They all offered great identity solutions. The only problem, they're not verified. You cannot open a bank account with your Google account or your Facebook account. You cannot do any e-government transaction. But what about we finally can combine the security of a government ID with the simplicity and global reach of a single sign-on? That, ladies and gentlemen, is self-sovereign identity, the next generation of digital identity for the internet. It is all based on one ID wallet in your phones. Finally, a master key to access instantly any service worldwide. No more usernames and passwords. Just one single identity in your phone. And if you think about that, today, to just make a metaphor, today you have a wallet where you have your driver's license, your national ID, and nothing more, because it's a physical wallet. It cannot fit everything. But in a digital ID wallet, you can now fit absolutely everything. Your academic degrees, your employee card, your medical records, anything that is personal information. Pre-verified and hyper-secure, all in your hand. Use cases in identity are unlimited. If you think about that, any single organization has to authenticate users, clients, employees, partners, suppliers. Authentication happens every single second of our lives. Today, governments, universities, and banks are leading the way of self-sovereign identity. And particularly the European Commission. It's impressive what is happening in Europe. Two things. First, the definition of a European self-sovereign identity framework, in which Gattaca was a part of for the European Commission. And secondly, eIDAS, a new legal regulation that is embedding all the basics of self-sovereign identity into one single European digital identity that is about to be released. Yes, it will be mandatory for every single European government to provide an ID wallet to their citizens. But even more, it will be mandatory for many regulated industries to accept this as an authentication method. So you will be seeing about self-sovereign identity very, very soon. By March 2023, over 150 organizations across Europe will be conducting large-scale pilots. And the ecosystem is impressive because we're talking about a whole new market. Standard organizations are already defining the basics of self-sovereign identity. The W3C consortium, ISO, they're all working towards making a new identity layer for the internet. Governments, regulators, not only the European Commission, Canada is super advanced too. In Latin America, the IDB is making a great job. Africa is moving impressively fast in self-sovereign identity. And in Asia, many countries already are betting on self-sovereign identity. On top of that, a myriad of small innovators, large enterprises already betting on this. So next year, I hope to see your faces again, and we'll be discussing about self-sovereign identity. If you want to know more, we are in booth number 11. Thank you very much.